About to get started here. Looking at the charts. Gold looks bearish at the moment. I'm not in any trades, just chilling. It's Monday. Gonna be live every day this week at this time. Just chilling right now. Gonna see maybe if there's a setup this morning, if there's an entry. Just gonna chill for a bit. Market looks all right now. Looks like it could drop off maybe some more. Gonna chill for a bit, watch the charts, see what's going on. Maybe we come down some more, and just gonna keep an eye on price. Nothing right now, nothing exciting right now. It's Monday. Market's just kind of selling off. I think it might just drop a little bit more. There's not really a setup right now. The 4 hours bearish at the moment. It could come down some more. I don't really see any setups right now. I need the market to do some more movement. Like, not forecasting much this session. Just gonna watch the chart, see if there's anything to spot. If there's a scalping setup, I'll call it out. But right now, it's just pretty much start of the week. So we're gonna just tone the week out like we usually do and see what there is throughout the week. Nothing at the moment, for me at least. I missed a good buy. There was like a good buy on London session right here. There was a good buy yesterday, like late last night when it was dropping. There was like a good buy setup. That was about it. Late last night after this drop down. There was a good buy to catch, but that was about it. Would have had to be on the chart. I missed it. I wasn't on the chart. I was when this was pulling back last night, I was watching it and I was like, okay, this is gonna keep dropping. Soon I'll enter. Like, it'll keep dropping, and then next time I looked at the chart, it already had the entry. I missed the entry. It'll probably keep coming down from the looks of it. It'll probably keep dropping down a bit from the looks of it. I don't know where to, but it looks more bearish right now. It'll probably keep dropping down a bit. We'll see. Yeah, probably nothing to look at right now. A little bit more bearish at the moment. Maybe there's a signal. I mean, right now it's testing 32.25. Did it just touch that? Yeah, it just touched it. There was a quick reaction. Quick scalps. Boom, boom. Quick reactions. Just gonna watch gold. Like I said, we'll watch it. Keep an eye on it. I don't know. There's nothing right now, but maybe something stands out. Doesn't have to be. When you jump on the charts, you pull up your laptop. There doesn't have to be like, okay, what's price doing right now? What's it like? You can just sit and watch your charts. You don't have to jump on the charts and figure out exactly what's going on every candle, every minute, every hour. If something's there, it'll be noticeable. If there's a good setup, you should be able to notice it. If there's confirmations, you don't have to chase everything like it's something. When you open up the chart, something might appear in an hour from now, maybe 2 hours from now. Maybe there's nothing to look at today at all. So we'll see. We'll see. Right now it's testing 32.25. Pulling back. If it breaks that, it goes down. If it breaks 32.25, it'll go down more. It'll push down more. It might bounce off of 32.25. It just did. Like, you could maybe look for reactions around there, quick scalping reactions. But if it breaks 32.25, it should push down some more, and then maybe find a setup later or after London session finishes. It might bounce off of like 32.25. If it breaks under there, it should go down. 32.25 could hold. It's a quarter level. Might be able to see like a bounce from this area. I'd watch if you're scalping, and you know scalping, you're familiar with gold, you're familiar with the sessions, maybe keep an eye on 32.25 around there. If you're scalping, or maybe looking for some entries for buys, if you're looking for buys, if that's your bias, maybe watch 32.25 for a little bit. You might be able to get some scalping reactions off of there. Maybe some quick ones. Like it just tapped it and spiked up really quickly. You can maybe keep an eye on that. Like, it's maybe a scalping zone to watch for the morning. If we hold, we might get some bounces off of it. But 3,200, market never came to 3,200. It almost did last night. It hit 3,210. Almost came to 3,200. Maybe that's if it breaks 32. If it breaks 32.25, it'll probably try to go closer to 3,200. You might be able to watch that 32.25, and you might be able to get some quick reactions off of there if it comes near that price again. It's at 32.28. So as close to 32.25 as you can. If it tries to attempt back there, you might see the reaction that it just did. You could probably get some scalping reactions off of or around 32.25. It's at 32.29. Like, yeah, it reacted off of 32.25 really quickly, but I would try to see maybe if it comes back near there to give a similar reaction. Otherwise, it's not really a setup if we're looking at in the moment right now. To just let price do its thing. 3,200 almost came down there last night. That would have been, that's kind of, I was waiting for it to go a little closer to 3,200 last night. And I would have been in buys if it got there. It hit 32.10 here. Bounced right up. That would have been good. If you were watching this last night, this drop. I was watching it waiting for 3,200. Almost. That could be a price to keep an eye on. Because like right now we're just testing 32.25. Close to it. It's at 32.28. So it's like it's either gonna break or hold this level. It looks like for now it's trying to hold 25. It might, like, it's, you can see it's kind of bouncing off of it. The next level, like if it doesn't hold 32.25, the next level would be 3,200. To maybe keep an eye on today or later today, like tonight, tomorrow, going into like tomorrow's day with the candle. It looks, yeah, just like it would have been nice if it offered like a pullback there, like as close as you can get to 32.25. That's the only thing I see right now, is if you can get an entry near 32.25. You may have a scalping reaction or some stronger, like a stronger rejection on the 30-minute or hourly. It's at 32.30 now. I mean, is it a good entry right now? It could keep going up from here, but if it can come closer to 32.25, it's just better. It touched it and quickly reacted off of it, and then after it did that, I didn't really notice it until after it did that. It looks like it might try to push up because it reacted there, but market's not giving a little pullback to it. Yeah, no pullback there. It was a quick reaction I noticed kind of in the moment or after the moment. Right now, you'd kind of just have to chill then. Wait for, let's see. We have to watch the 5 minute, the 1 minute. Try. It would have been nice if this candle. Could it be a good entry here? Not like the best, because, okay, I mean, like 32.20. It was just at 32.28. 32, you know. Closer to 32.25 would be better. If it holds 32.25, you may even get like a breakout here to 32.40. If it holds the 32.25, 32.20 area, let's say, like, maybe we could come back down to there. Like, you don't got to rush price. Like, it's going up right now, I know. It might just rip up, but 32.25, 32.20 area, if it can hold that, it'll probably push up to like 32.40 and have that mini breakout. So I see I'm not in any trades. It'd probably kind of be like not the best. Like, it'd be like an impulse entry, like a break, like expecting it to go, keep going up. Otherwise, maybe waiting for 3200. I mean, for the morning, if you're going to be on the charts the next couple hours, right? If you're going to be watching or keep an eye on it, you could, again, you could keep an eye on this 32.25, 32.20 area. It could come back down. Maybe an hour from now, maybe even like after London session. We're going to be on the charts for a little bit, but it doesn't have to hit it right now. Maybe after I get off, maybe in an hour from now or a bit later. Otherwise, 3200, even that tomorrow, tonight, 3200 area. That's if it breaks 32.25, 32.20, I would expect it could drop down some more. And then after that, it would find the buys. Let it come back to maybe 32.25, 32.20 area. See if you can get some scalping reactions around there. If it breaks, let it do its thing. Let it keep dropping and see if it can come to 3200 closer to. Otherwise, you just have to sit on your hands and let it break these highs. Maybe like you just got to sit on your hands and chill. You could look for the 32.25 to hold, or you're chilling. You're just chilling. Letting it break above 32.50, and maybe you're just chilling. Monday, there was a quick buy there that we could have maybe if I was on a bit earlier. If I was on at 9, there was a sell before this. London bullish coming into New York retracement. So yeah, try it as close to 30, even if it hits like 32.26, close to 32.25, but 32.20, 32.25 area. See, it's pulling back. You don't gotta chase those green candles. When the candles are green like that on gold, you don't buy. Because then next thing you know, $4 drop. Next thing you buy and it drops $4 right away. $4 or $5 in 2 minutes. You don't buy when gold candles are green. Like necessarily like spiking like that. Like when it's spiking with momentum. See, it's coming back down to 32.25. See? Keep an eye on that 32.25, 32.20 area. Otherwise, we go down more, probably to 3200. You could chill, like, yeah, 32.25 area. It's at 32.26, so it's close to. I'll take some entries around 32.25, at 32.25, just to see if it can scalp and react, like scalping. We get some scalping reactions, but not bad. Like, it doesn't have to be big swing. Let's see how the market reacts. But another analysis we could go over too, like you could chill on gold. See if you're bullish, like you could wait for 32.50, that resistance. There's that resistance there. Got a lot of resistance there. At 32.50. Yeah, like if 32.50, however price goes this week or today, tomorrow, 32.50, there's a lot of resistance there. So I mean, if price this week let's say it even goes to 3,200 or something, like it goes lower and it bounces. Like if, however, this week it could happen on Thursday. It could happen later in the week. You could wait this week and see if 3,250 breaks at all on gold. That could happen. Like, you know, I'm not gonna say it's happening today. It could, the price could do whatever. It could come down and eventually break 3,250. That would be something you could even wait for later on in the week. Something to kind of follow up with. Gold's in 3220, 3225 area. It's a good area to look for scalping buys. I'd say this is a good area to look for scalping buys on gold. If you're looking for a trade, this is like kind of the only thing I see right now. Otherwise, you mark some levels and prep yourself for the week. It's Monday. You don't have to scalp and trade every day. Otherwise, what you're doing is prepping for the week, marking your levels out, planning some zones. Like I said, 3,200. If 3,225, 3,220 doesn't hold, it looks like we could drop down to 3,200 if this area doesn't hold. Another thing you could maybe wait for later in the week, maybe, you know, like if price holds bullish, if price is bullish, you'd get like a break of 3,250. Like you could wait for something like this to happen. Maybe that's end of the week. Maybe sooner or later. It to get above and start bullish continuation. However it does that, like I'm not saying it's just gonna go up from here. I'm saying if maybe any point in the week you see it above 3,250, like breaking bullish above there. If you get bullish movement above there, or prices trading like in a bullish market structure, breaking above there, shifting above there, that might be like a sign, you know, like a sign for, okay, could be looking maybe for continuation setups after, like some point in the week. Maybe it's later in the week, midweek, end of the week, market's trying to trade above there. That could be something to just sit on your hands for the week. Like you don't have to, you can kind of forward think at times, you know, like, okay, if the market does this, it's a good sign of possibly bullish continuations. If we get above 3,250. If the market's able to push through there and make a new high, shift above there, then you can watch that for the week, like chill on that for the week. Other levels to keep marked for the week would be 3,100. Like that's way down there, I know, but it seems far, but it's Monday. 3,100 might seem far, but it's Monday, and we know how gold can move. So we don't want to underestimate it. You want to mark, even if the levels seem far, it's like that's the level to wait for, and you don't want to underestimate gold, right? So if it doesn't have any scalping like I said, it might have some scalping reactions in this zone. That's the only kind of thing right now. If it breaks 3,225, it'll go down. If it breaks that area, it'll probably push down to 3,200. There's other levels you could mark on your chart for the week, like 3,100. 3,000 is a little too far. 3,000 is pretty far. 3,100. That would be a good level to mark on your chart, maybe for the week. Maybe just kind of like keep in mind, you know. I mean, it's far. It's pretty far, 3,100. It's a far level, but can't underestimate gold. Like, look what it did here in one day. Or 2 days there. That was what, Wednesday to Thursday. Yeah, like it could. You can't underestimate it. See, it just had a little scalping move up, but pulled right back down. It just almost went back above 25. So don't underestimate gold. 3,100 would be another level to keep your chart marked. Like, I'm giving you guys some levels for the week to keep an eye on. Not that they're all trade setups, but levels to keep an eye on. So it looks like it's breaking 3,225. Maybe gonna make its way to 3,200. So you can keep an eye on 3,200. You can keep an eye on 3,100. Some levels. Maybe this candle, see what happens on this candle. But 30.75? No. Yeah, just for now, 3,200, 3,100. There's a level in between to watch, but those are good levels to keep an eye on. Maybe price can come to some point in the week. Still Monday. 3,100 might seem far, but it's at the bottom. That's that bottom level down there. Might seem kind of far, but we might be looking at 3,100 is way down here. So it's like if price ever gets there, especially at the right time, like maybe it's New York session and it's there. Same with 3,200, maybe London session, pre-London. The right times, if you got key levels marked, key price levels where your like price is likely to react if it comes to 3,100. Now, if it's there at the right time and price is on a 1 minute, a 5 minute, maybe smaller time frames reacting a certain way or showing a pattern. Trust me when I say don't underestimate gold. If you're like, that seems too far. No, don't, like, if it's a good level that the price is likely to react at when it comes to, wait for it, stay patient. Because a lot of times the market will show you not to underestimate gold. So yeah, if you're looking for some trades this week, I'm going to be live, kind of like I am right now all week, looking at possible areas where the market could react. It looks like 32.25 is not reacting, and market is pushing through it at the moment. So like I said, that's the only thing I kind of saw for the moment. If you got in, you could close your trade. Small loss right now. If you took it, I took it. I'm going to get out. Maybe a setup soon afterwards as this goes down some more. But next price I'll keep an eye on, area I'll keep an eye on is 3,200, close to 3,200. Seems a little bit far, but with the way gold moves, I can get there in a couple candles. It doesn't take long. So only thing I'm watching for today, like this area didn't hold. If it closes back above it, if the market is able to flip back above it, it could potentially close back in, like reverse bullish. But 3,200, like when I got on. Other than that, you got to mark maybe some levels because it looks like it's going down. I got out of the trade that I took. I took one trade at 32.25 and 32.20 area. Didn't really react. So it is what it is. Was looking for maybe a quick reversal there coming into New York. You're going to have to wait if you know gold. So I'm going to give you guys some tips on what to do in scenarios like this. And taking quick little losses are normal when you're scalping. If you're going to be a scalper, scalping is high risk. So it's the riskiest style in trading because it's frequent. So it's higher risk. So what you got to do in situations like this, because I can't trade for everyone, right? Unfortunately. So you got to wait till kind of end of London session. You got to know gold. So when times like this, it's fine. Gold's pulling back. It's dropping. I'm not worried. I'll probably make my loss back in the next 3 hours. Just got to wait. Maybe in 3-4 hours. What it is now just letting price do its thing. Letting the volume kind of switch over towards the end of London session. For those of you guys that know gold, I talk about it a lot. So it's even waiting, like watching price, not being scared. End of London session, 2 hours. So price has been dropping. I know by the end of London session or going into the end of London session, we'll probably form another entry or find a reversal. So plan for the day is, like I said, you could keep an eye. You can see this area. If it closes back above this area, you'll get some bullish price action. All right, you can see right now 32.20, 32.25 area. It's kind of holding, kind of flirting with it. If you get a close back above there, you'll probably flip bullish. Right? If it does, it might 32.20 Might not break. You could see 3220, 3225 area. So that's the only thing I see right now. If we're looking at something for the moment, right now, that might hold in the short term, the near term. Maybe an hour or two from now, this flips back up. If not, recovery setup could be end of London session. Like wait for the end of London session and see where price is. As you're testing this low as well. The market is testing that low. So there could be a bounce. There could be a bounce here, even if it comes a bit lower. But right now, if you look at it, it's kind of flirting with that 3220. So I marked 3220. Maybe it rebounds here. 3220, 3225 area. Maybe it rebounds here a bit. It only. I'm looking at the price here, and you can see to the left. It might bounce off of 3220 and still hold. It didn't break. If it does something like it didn't break yet, I might actually hold. I might have to re-enter and see. Might hold, yeah. Might hold here from the looks of it. Looks like it's gonna bounce and hold this level. That's all I see right now. Like, look, the low. If it breaks, then it goes down and maybe retests, come down. Even if it breaks, there's going to be a bounce. Like if it breaks, there's a bounce up, potentially. It doesn't look terrible at the moment. I don't know if any of you guys still hold or still are in it. It might try to come back to 3225, 3226. It's still kind of holding that area. It may close bullish. Let's see what the 5 minutes doing. Let's see if there's 5 minute needs to push up. There's no accumulation yet, really. We need this to start going up and going sideways. If you're in it, that's literally all I see right now is this area. Like I don't see anything else to look at right now. That's all I see. If you look to the left, why that area? So all I see right now is this. I don't see anything else. I just see like more of like a dip here coming into New York, early New York hours, a little dip. I can look to the left and I see like all these reactions at this price area. It may recover here even. I see this area right here on price, which is 32.25. Yeah, it's back at 32.25. Damn. Could have took a re-entry. 32.20 was good. I thought it was breaking there. I got a little freaked out. I thought it was breaking and going to be going a bit lower and then pull back up. 32.25. It's back. Damn. That's all I see right now. Like if we look to the left, the only other thing price would probably do is go down and maybe find the setup again. Go down, find the setup again later. 32.25 is kind of holding right now. I hope this holds. Because I took a couple re-entries on my phone here. I hope this shit holds. Dun, dun, dun. I hope this holds. Yeah, it might hold. I mean, if you get if you're in this, if you're playing this price action, like you could scalp it if you can get out in the blue. It's kind of a little fast volatile moment because New York session. There was a wick down. This candle is 12 minutes. It's created this wick down. I could try to reject here for a stronger move, like some rejection come in. That's what I see right now. So for You know, see, literally, I was fucking right. I was fucking right. That was 32.20, 32.25 area. It might look to the left, like depending on how it closes on the 30-minute. If you look to the left, it might shoot up to, depending on how it closes, 32.30, 32.20 up here, 32.30, 32.35 at the most, 32.40, 32.30, 32.35, 32.40. It looks like it's reacting here a bit, like it's created a wick on the last candle. So you see how the candle created a wick. It's been dropping. It started dropping like London session too. So like New York, maybe midday reversal setting up here. Let's see if the 5. This might start accumulating. It might go up. Yeah, like you can see, it just took out some lows. So there was liquidity. So yeah, it just did a liquidity sweep. Basically one of these, liquidity grab. We need a high. Well, we got a high here. If it can take out that high, then we're waiting for pullbacks if you're not in it. If it takes out this high. I'm making some videos right now for Inner Circle, so that's what this is. If it takes out that high. I was right. It's at freaking, it just hit 32.28. Even 32.25 would be like $3 in profit. I take a screenshot of this. That was an interesting setup. That could have been quick. Like if 32.20, that's why I'll do zones. Cause this thing, quick reaction. That's gold for you. It'll always come back. That's the thing about gold. It'll come back like this. Like, let's say you get in something early. I'm used to it because I've done it so many times. So I've been showing it live this year. This is like my first time live trading in fucking like forever. Fuck. So I'm showing a lot of like what I do live. Sometimes it's different, but I'm used. Gold comes back a lot. It's not like crypto. It'll come back. It's not like crypto. That shit gold will come back. It's not like crypto. Gold, like you can maybe feel like you get it, but when it reacts, it'll come back a lot of times, like more than anything. Like that's why I like it, even if you get in maybe early. That's why I do zones too, areas. It's better to kind of work in areas instead of putting like a full risk at one price. If I close a trade, it means enter. If I take a loss, it means enter usually, apparently. But that went up. I was able to get some re-entry like quickly before this thing freaking flew up. Thank the Lord. 30 man. I'm looking at my phone. There's that big wick. That big wick's forming. This still could hold. This area. I was like, the only thing I was kind of like worried about is like if it did one of these, I was like, then we gotta like this. See this move down? As you can see, under 25, it could break. Anytime it goes under that 25, 32.20, 32.25 area breaks. See? But there's been a lot more support here and resistance. 32.20, 32.25 area held. Damn. I was fucking right. I was right. I was right. Even when I'm wrong, sometimes I'm right. Now it's at 29. It's about to push to 30. Then it's going to go to 35. Or at 32, I would say. So, you could... It's likely to go to 32. Let's say you're thinking 35, then I know, okay, it's going to go halfway for sure. Damn, this little bugger. Little bugger. Did anyone survive that? Anyone survive? Fuck, tell me there's some survivors out there. Any survivors? That thing was... Damn, that's gold for you. That, like, gold will come back though. The good thing, like, when you get used to gold, like, it'll react. When it reacts with a good amount of pips. A liquidity sweep right there happened. Out, like, there's a sweep on the 5-minute. I mean, liquidity sweeps are being able to recognize either like structure, like support, or even just a low, like support here. There's support. So this is a liquidity sweep. There's a mini high right here, so it could even come back into that and maybe react. But you're also looking at the shift when it comes to, so you want a liquidity sweep to happen, but you want a shift to happen too. So like this high would be it'd be beautiful if from the liquidity sweep it takes out a high from when it makes that low. Like this move sweeps liquidity, because we could see 1, 2, and it's sweeping liquidity coming into the right time. So this is one thing I mean by a pattern or something happening coming into the right time. Liquidity being swept. So if this low goes into a high, it's a perfect shift then, in a way where this could pull back, create more accumulation. Keep an eye, like I said, 3220, 3225 area. You could even still look, if you didn't get in, look for an entry again. It still could be it's still holding the zone. So try to see if it comes back to 3225, 3220 area still. Like it's still holding. There might be one more reaction. It still could hold. Like, look at the 30-minute. We created a bottom wick. That's all we have for this morning, I think. Like, if I saw something else, I'd be like... Otherwise, it dips. Like I said, beginning of the session. Otherwise, it goes through 3225 and maybe comes closer to 3200 and finds that next buy the dip here. This is like dropping into New York. Maybe midday reversal or accumulation building up. I'm making a lot of videos after this. After I get off, I'm making some videos for Inner Circle. We were recording all last night. I was recording till 4 in the morning. I was recording till 4 in the morning last night. Videos for Inner Circle. Recording a lot of videos. Recording a lot of videos for you guys that are in the Inner Circle. There'll be some videos talking about this. I'm actually making videos right now on this topic. But gold right now had a reaction. It had a reaction off 3220, 3225 area. I did say we could potentially react off of that. It is pushing. It was a fast, kind of aggressive analysis. It was a fast, aggressive analysis. The market was wicking down. It looked like it was breaking, and then it pulled back in. That's gold for you. Gold, it will, like I said, it'll come back. Like the reliable thing about gold is it can come back on moves a lot. Even if you're looking at swings, you're looking for swing trades. It looks like this area could hold. I don't know if any of you guys got in or survived that move. There was a good drawdown there, and then it flung back up. This 30-minute looks like it's going to close bullish. It could set room for the next 30-minute to go up. Maybe even the hourly closing bullish. Let me know if anyone was able to get in. Let me know in the chat if anyone was able to get in that. Let me know. You're still in Sui? What's Sui doing? Someone said Sui? Let me know. Hopefully, because damn, that thing just ripped. I said 3220, 3225 area. Like, fuck, man. It's the only thing I saw. I said if there's anything for the moment right now, like, fuck. I'm not a robot. I'm human like you guys, all right? I'm human too. I have emotions. This is what I do. Like when I'm chilling, like I'm chilling right now. I'll show you. I gotta stop smoking. Leo's, oh, this camera. Leo's happy.
Oh, you gotta go.
Oh yeah, we gotta. Did you take it? Fuck me. Bulk positions. That's how you wake up on a Monday. Either blow it or grow it. Shit. Yeah, it was either blow it or fucking yeah. Yeah. It was either blow it or grow it. That's how it looks sometimes, Leo. Looks pretty fucking bad, I know. But hell, they all 32. Look at 32.20, 32.25 on TradingView. Fucking hell. Almost blew the fucking account there. But let's see. Holy shit. That was kind of intense even for me because I just woke up and went pretty heavy on that. So I kind of freaked out. I should have went a little lighter risk. Ask Leo. Fuck.
And rear cross traffic braking.
What a bitch. Took an L too. No, we can journal this. It'll drop. It's like, think about the time. It happened at the right time. We can journal this too. Cause now wait for pullbacks. Like any pullbacks closer to that area again, wait, like it'll go up. Like that was it. It swept. So we can journal this and I'll make a trade review on this right after the session because okay, dropping into New York. That was a liquidity sweep in a higher time frame zone. You know, they call it a POI, a point of interest. Fucking nerds. These smart money nerds. Fucking geeks. Smart money wizards. You know? Those wizards that fucking know everything but don't trade. There's some guys like that could metaphorically break down a chart like a wizard. I've seen them. But they're not the best at trading because their IQs are just too high that they just know too much to just see every fucking possible scenario of what could go wrong and what couldn't go wrong. They're too smart. Some of those people, they're way too smart. Like you don't have to be smart to be a trader. You don't. Some of the smartest people aren't even good at trading because their IQs are so high. They know how to just fucking dissect every right and wrong possible scenario to like their bias just gets fucking thrown everywhere. Some really smart. Like I knew a guy, he studied macroeconomics. He was such a good trader. I started trading with him. He was like someone I started trading with and learned from. I would learn off of him. We would learn off of each other when I was 17. And he was a genius. Like he was smart with numbers and math and economics and everything. He couldn't trade. He just couldn't. He was too fucking smart. Like he was too smart. I'm telling you. Like, I remember I remember the guy. I learned some shit off of him. Learned some things off of him. Older than me too. Like 20 years older than me. Like right now. Like older than me. Like old. Like in his 40s. Now. Yeah, he'd be in his 40s now. Fucking guy was like super. Now he's a construction worker. Now he's just a construction worker. Does help like full time. That was crazy. Wait for pullbacks. Back again, same plan. 32.25, 32.20 area. Wait for that If anything, it might just keep scalping up though. But could have bagged that one. That could have been a. That was the trade I was waiting for. Fuck. I took an L first and then. Yeah. So that's why I went deep. Fuck. When I take an L, it's like bye. If Evan Cabral takes an L, if Evan Cabral is like, that's liquidity at its finest, right there. I swear. Wait for it to come back into the zone, 32.20, 32.25 area. That was fast. Yeah, and man, it was crazy. I got on some calls with some inner circle students yesterday. I'm gonna today too. This guy's insane. This guy 10x'd his account with 30 bucks. Like if I had $30 in an account, I'd probably blow it in 3 minutes. Probably two. If I had 30 bucks in an account, it'd probably be gone in, yeah, like a couple minutes, you know? So this is impressive. This impressed me because it's the style I teach. I just do it with bigger account sizes. Even when I started trading like 30 bucks, I never even had a $30 account. I don't think I would have like $100. My first account was $800. I took it to $1,600 in 2 weeks and then I blew it. I remember that. I think the smallest I would go is like 100 bucks in an account, maybe 50, 100 bucks. So yeah, around there, 50, close to 30 bucks, 50 bucks, 100 bucks. I would put an account. This is impressive. This guy took one. We call this the one-shot kill, flip and dip. The flipping accounts, there's scalping, and then there's looking for one trade. And just knowing what you're gonna risk. This guy, he's done this. He did this once with $30. And then he took $30 on one trade. So like he probably would have blown if the market went against him. He probably, yeah, like if this dropped $10, if this dropped $7, he would have been, yeah. But it's 30 bucks. Like for me, 30 bucks is nothing. I think the coffees and stuff this morning costed 30 bucks and whatever, right? I think what you got from the store this morning cost 30 bucks. So yeah, like, so the freaking watering bags, the water and grocery bags, 30 bucks. All that water, like, yeah, like 30 bucks. Like it depends on how your perception of money too, like where you're at financially too. Everybody has different financial lanes, right? Depends where you're at in your lane financially. Like 30 bucks to him might be just like, it might be nothing, or it might be like okay, or it might be just an amount he can afford to lose. That's how I look. If I put 30 bucks in an account and I said, okay, I got 30 bucks in my account, let me see what I can do with this for the week. For me, 30 bucks is nothing. So if I lose the 30 bucks, I know next week I'll be fine. Like I let it come back to, like I said, let it come back 32.25, 32.20 area. So this is impressive. I know for me, like I could afford to put 30 bucks in an account every week and stay consistent maybe in that lane and see what I could do. This guy, he's not only done it once, he's done it twice. He's done it 3 times, actually. Here he took 39 bucks. So this was in like 2 weeks. He's done this like 3 times. He did this 10 days ago. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, okay, that's impressive. I've done that. I've done that kind of stuff. That's freaking impressive though at 30 bucks. And then he took 442 to 1,500. This is what real money. Like you don't need funded. You don't need. This is what real money. This is what the skill set can like. If you have the right, if you know how to analyze risk, then he did it again on a different trade the following week. 39 bucks last week to 441. Traded a little bit small, one less lot this time, but still like. He had like he didn't have that like 100 pips margin maybe. $10. He had like he entered at the right time. That's a trade. That's a trade right there. That's pretty impressive. And then the guy does it again, I think. frig, man. This guy's on a roll. Look at this. Then he flips another account. Now he did it with a bigger amount. So you see, it went from $30, $40. Now he did $100 in this account. This is the style I teach because this is what I've done to make money in the market. Honestly, like growing an account, I never grew an account 10% a month, 20. This is how I made money trading. In the past, especially like 2021, 2022, 2023. Everybody knows I was fucking crazy flipping accounts then. This is the style I teach a lot in my inner circle. Like there's a mindset behind it though. There's a mindset behind it. We have other students who are killing it too. That's not the only one. Like this isn't the only testimonial, but this one's pretty crazy. It's pretty impressive. There's a lot more. I just wanted to show this one real quick because fuck, it's $30. That's more than 10x. This guy 10x'd his account. Imagine if he did it with $300 or $200, $100, $1,000. No, like it's pretty impressive because if you think about it, yeah, he could have lost the account maybe, like if he maybe had the trade go wrong, but fuck, he's still like more than 10x his account. Pretty impressive. Gold pulling back. Buys might be setting up. We just had see a little accumulation happening here on the 5. That's why, like, you gotta trust price at times. Like I just had to trust, like 32.25. It looks like we're getting more of that accumulation build up. It just hits 27. It's a buy setting up this pullback because it did the liquidity sweep. It did liquidity sweep. Liquidity sweep went into a shift, a higher high here. So typically I'd enter on this pullback. Even if it goes down, I would look for the swing up. This, like, typically when you get this, so see, you had liquidity grab. The liquidity grab went into a high. This is where fair value gaps come in handy because it might not come everywhere to you want to pull back to. But this pullback, because it takes out a high, there could be a high over here. It takes out too. This pullback, like you have it here, like you can see, there's a liquidity grab down that takes it up into a high. So this pullback is important because this pullback typically can stick. It could typically stick, or even the market could go up, make a low here, come high, go lower, and then go like this. This pullback, when you have this happen, is important. It's crazy. I drew this last night at like 2 in the morning because I was making videos for Inner Circle on this at like 2 in the morning last night, and hours later there's a pattern. That's crazy. Interesting. Markets are in synchronization with me. There's these lows here. Liquidity sweep. Liquidity sweep takes into that shift that high up, right? So you have low or lows. Liquidity grab under the lows. It takes it up into a shift. This is where, like, that Nephew Sam indicator, fair value gap. For those of you guys that are in my inner circle, have done some knowledge on that. Even if you've been on YouTube, the fair value gaps, you can see it's just touched a fair value gap here. It could come down maybe on the 5-minute. Yeah. Let it come down. See if it could come down to 25, 20 area. Close to that again and look for re-entries. If you, or even if you didn't get in, maybe it's a recovery setup if you got in, took an L, or if you won. It was fast. Sometimes scalping's fast. Like so the definition of scalping, like, a lot of you guys learned from the wrong types of traders when it comes to like what they say scalping is. Like I've heard, man, like when people say scalping is like 3 hours, 2-hour trades, it can be. It can turn into, scalping can be seconds and minutes. Like real scalpers with indices and gold especially, like you could take a trade on gold and in seconds it goes into profit and you're up $4, $5. Scalping is minutes too. Scalping, like the longer range of scalping is 2-3 hours if your scalp turns into a swing, basically. right? Like it's more like an intraday trade though, right? Scalping, like scalping can be just getting the reaction out. Like you get a reaction and you're out. Like that reaction, those reactions can happen in seconds to minutes when it comes to scalping. Scalping's not like taking a trade, it goes into profit and you hold it. It's taking a trade, it goes into profit, you exit. That's the mindset of scalping. Like it's getting out, and a lot of traders don't even understand that about scalping. With gold, you stay on gold, you'll learn. Yeah, this pullback is important. This pullback might stick, right? Because it shifted. This is the part where when you have evidence like this, the market can start shifting out. This is where evidence kind of builds up a bit. Like this is that pullback. You might like. There's times I want the pullback to go deeper and it doesn't. It hits a fair value gap and it goes and it runs. That's what it just did on the 1 minute. It hit a 1 minute fair value gap right here. And it might be sticking with that. If it doesn't stick, it'll come down, make a new low, and then probably make the move up. But maybe still hold that 32.25, 32.20 area. If 32.25, 32.20 area doesn't hold for the day, then next level to watch will be 3200. Closer to that. All right. Yeah. This week we're just gonna be like quick sessions because I'm recording. I'm recording all day. So like after this, I'm gonna record some videos. So just the plan for the day, guys. Like I'm showing you right now the rundown. We have a nice shift here. We can see it. This pullback. Watch this pullback. Watch it on a 5 minute too. Like if it gets bigger, maybe it gets bigger on a 5 minute. Goes to the fair value gap on the 5 minute here, around 32.25. Watch it. It's 1 minute. 1 minute's pulling back. It's turning. It's a 1 minute pullback at the moment. It's turning into a 5 minute. The 1 minute's kind of holding, and like when there's evidence, when the market does something, there's a lot of times it's enough for it to do. Like we like to say, stick with the patterns. Like that 1 minute pullback might just stick, and that could have been the You have the low, last lower low, shift out. Price could try to reaccumulate in here. Keep an eye for 32.25 though. Hey Leo, they say hey Leo in the chat. Someone put some pizzas. I've blown some accounts in my days. I still do. We still it's, but like my account, like I put an amount in my account that like, those of you guys that are in inner circle have heard me talk about it. Like sometimes the account's the stop loss, yo. What's stop loss? When you've been trading for 11 years, it's like some people I hate the traders that say you can't do this, you can't. Man, those are the people that aren't profitable or haven't made fucking more than 6 figures trading. People that say you have to do it this way, you have to do it. There's no perfect way to trade. Like the guys that I know, you guys think I trade big? No, you should see people I know that fucking trade huge. I know traders that make money, like make what you make in a year on a stop loss is their stop loss. Like your yearly income is their stop loss on a day-to-day basis. Like there's people like that they aren't even always the most perfectionist of traders. Like they aren't perfect, and they just have their one setup or couple setups, couple things they look at that, hey, if it's there, it's there. They act on it and they trust price, they trust their intuition. Like it's not a it's not trying to get to 1% closer to everything being perfect. It's about just being able to form a bias. If there's something in front of you, maybe you can notice it. The most profitable people I know aren't like trying to perfect everything with they just master maybe one setup or one idea, one concept. Yeah, this is like a good example though. Even though it didn't pull back as deep as I wanted to, this is a good example of like when price prints patterns, it can stick with them like right in the moment. Like you have these lows. Liquidity got grabbed. that liquidity getting grabbed took it into a high. Okay? It takes out this high. It's happening at the right time, though. It's happening in the right window of the day. Where this stuff is happening is all happening in the right window of the day here. I only started to notice it when it started doing the liquidity sweep, and I realized, wait, okay, I was liquidity. That's when sometimes you got to notice it like that. Just being as transparent as I can with you, right? It's as transparent as I can be, right? Like, otherwise, if I was trying to be perfect and say, oh, this, and no, like, it's open and what happened, right? That's what the market did. Like, it did liquidity. We can understand and learn, like, oh, shit, maybe sometimes you're the liquidity. And you got to learn that. Because once you learn that, you see the market totally different. And you see, like, when things happen, you understand more of, okay, this just happened like this. So if this happens, then I understand what the next move is. Because the evidence it gives you real quick. Like on these market structure shifts, especially on a 1 minute, they happen quick. So the 1 minute, they can stick on the 1 minute. And that's the shitty part sometimes, is when they stick and you're like wanting it to come a bit lower and now it doesn't get there. That's like, so when you like, look, this is the first 1 minute pullback and it's stuck. It went, that's where fair value gaps come into handy, or being able to notice like rebalances in the market. There was a 1 minute fair value gap there, but I wanted to come deeper on the 5 minute here. See, but you can still see sort of the concept on a 1 minute. I could see it perfectly on a 1 minute. Maybe some of you guys have different eyes. Maybe some of you guys are newer. It's about training your eyes, seeing these things. If you can learn this, I'm making some videos on this. We're on YouTube Live right now, but I've been working on inner circle videos on a lot of stuff the last 24 hours. But for the next 30 days, I'm recording every single day for inner circle videos every single day. I don't know how many videos. I don't know. We'll see. We'll honestly see. Like, we're all human, man. We got the pizzas in the chat for you. There's some pizza emojis for you in the chat. What about pasta, man? Or pizza? I'll eat pasta more.
Risotto or pasta?
Or pasta more, you know? No, yeah, fire pizza. Get some fire pizza in Italy, though. But honestly, best pizza I had was in Italy. It was just a meat pizza. I remember. It was actually the day I went to an event, flew up for an event. And we were all in the restaurant. You were at the back, you were on the floor, like, of the restaurant, just on your laptop, editing.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Yo, that pizza was fire. That pizza was fire. Fire, but calories. That's why you gotta kickbox. You gotta do kickboxing and run. Because once you start kickboxing and running, your metabolism will go up. And then you can eat all the pizza you want. Trust me. I eat so many hamburgers and donuts now. Where do I put my stop loss? Depends. Like, it just depends on risk. There's no. I got, like, Inner Circle is gonna have videos on all these questions. Like, but man, like, there's no 5 minute answer. You could do 50 pips, 100 pips, right? Like, it just depends. Like, I don't put one size stop loss. Sometimes I don't use a stop loss. Like, I just start to enter my lots. I don't enter a full position at one price. So when I see a trade, I don't enter a full position at one price. I start to slowly enter in an area or at different prices. Not a full position. I break that position down into multiple entries instead of putting one entry or one full position at one entry, I mean. So that's one thing. Like, I don't use a stop loss a lot of times. I don't sit there and calculate my risk to reward a lot of times. I look at structure and where the market should tell me I'm wrong. But I have enough money in my account where I say, okay, I'm not going to use, I don't always use a stop loss. I'll have a risk. I'll have a risk on a trade. And I'll usually make that risk an amount that allows me to be like, okay, I'm wrong. Like, I'm wrong with structure, but okay, this is my max loss. Kind of like most of you guys do with your funded accounts. You have your daily limit or your max loss. Like, with strategy, with entering at whole numbers, there's different ways. With stop loss, I can't do one answer on that. There's 10 different answers for that. There's strategies, there's step-by-step strategies, but you have to be patient. If you trade like me, you don't need as much patience. You need to be able to recognize the setup and that there's going to be a reaction, right? Risk is something that you can't necessarily teach. You have to teach it many different ways for you to find your risk, because I have a different personality than most of you, and I trade with different amounts of money, and I've been trading 11 years. My biggest worry isn't to teach you guys how to risk your own money in the market. My biggest worry is to teach you guys how to trade. There's going to be different videos on risk, but you can't just teach risk like that off the bat. Like, that's a whole course. Like, if I'm going to teach you risk management, stop loss, you're going to need to spend 100 hours with me. Like, it's a long answer, right? And the inner circle is going to have a lot of stuff on that through the year. Like, risk isn't something that you teach, and like, it's such a variable question. It's such a variable question. Like, you could go to every trade you take and put a 200 pip stop loss and risk 5% every trade. You're probably not going to hit your 200 pip stop loss, right? But you could risk 5% every trade in 200 pips, right? The market, if you're looking for swings, let's say you're a swing trader and you're looking for swings and you're taking conservative couple trades a week. Like, there's so many ways to wrap your head around risk. What if I'm a swing trader and I only take a couple trades a week? I take 2 trades a week, or I take 1 trade a week, and I'm going to risk 10% on the trade, but I'm going to use a 200 pip stop loss. I catch a $30 move. I make more than 10% for the week on 1 trade. Like, there's so many variables around risk that it's not just I put a stop loss, I go for 2 to 1, 3 to 1 every single trade. It's not just like how a lot of you guys learned from traders and educators. A lot of you guys learned you have to use a 50 pip stop loss every trade, and you have to target a minimum of 3 to 1 every single trade. Otherwise, it's not worth taking the trade. That's fucking stupid, because like, I didn't make money thinking like that. And the traders I know, they don't think like that. They don't care. They like, yeah, if there's days where the risk to reward is going to be there if you prioritize yourself to that. But like, to make money, like, I'm talking about just the concepts of making money in the market, not being a perfectionist. I'm talking about how to make money, how to put yourself in profitable scenarios, how to know what the market's going to do more often than not. Because like, most traders I know that aren't as profitable as me or consistently profitable, that struggle with trading, they care about the things that I don't care about in their trading, is what I've noticed. They care about how much stop loss size to you, what's your average risk to reward. You have to take a trade if it has to be a minimum of 3 to 1. I don't really care about all that stuff as much as I want to make money right now. There's a setup, I want to make money on it. Like, if there's money to make, I'm trying to make that money. Like, scared money doesn't make money. So like, I don't think too much when it comes to acting. I'm more robotic. It's like, if there's a setup, I would have put my stop loss, I look at structure. So for me, I look at, there's like I said, like, risk management is a whole course. Like, that's inner circle. Like, why do you think Leo's here for 30 days? And that's a whole course. Like, the small answer is just look at structure beneath you or above you. Like, if you're taking a trade, look at the nearest structure below you. Like, the short answer. The short answer is 50 to 100 pips using the whole numbers, right? But there's a scalping answer, there's a swing trading answer, there's a conservative answer, there's a high risk answer, there's a scalping answer, there's a swing trading answer, there's just the type of setup answer. If it's this type of setup, there's an answer. There's for stop loss size, that's a whole course. Like risk management's a whole course. Like there's different setups that can occur. What if it's this setup? What if it's just like a scalp, regular everyday scalping? What if it's a swing trade? Like there's different edges around putting a stop loss on the type of setup that you're planning around. For instance, like these types of flips, like it's a long answer, and that's why when everyone asks me, I react like this, because it's like, man, if only you guys understood my brain. There's a lot to it, because every human's different in trading, right? And I've been able to coach thousands of people and gain different perspectives from so many people, and I've been able to see like not everyone does it the same. And I spent a lot of time in Miami, and I got to be around a lot of the traders in Miami too. There's a lot of traders out there you see on social media, right? Again, it's their psychology on money, making money and risk is different from the amateurs. It's just different. Some of them care about 2 to 1, 3 to 1, but most of the profitable guys I know, not as much as you might think. So yeah, like if you want to, like I win more. Why do you guys think I win more? And when I'm not used to losing. When I lose, I'm like, fuck, because I'm not used to losing like as much as I win. I'm used to winning because I don't care about, I need to get a 5 to 1 risk to reward. Otherwise, I'm going to miss too many money-making opportunities. Yeah, it doesn't want to give us that pullback. But you guys probably learned learned something there, right? You guys learned something there. Maybe it could still give the pullback into that area. That would be nice. That would be sexy if it does. So like with stop loss, man, there's so many things I could teach on just stop loss and risk management. There's just too many things to teach. It's not just one thing. It's a long answer. It's a long answer. I would say it's a long answer. I wish I could answer it quickly. I have to make some curriculum, some PDFs, videos. That's why Leo's here. We're working on a lot right now. We've already got like just in one day, we already got a good amount of videos just in one day. So he's here for 30 days. Yeah, so like you could use structure, like stop loss, you could use structure if you're looking at an entry, depending on where you're getting your entry. Like if you're entering gold on this let's say you're entering gold somewhere here, you got to look at structure behind you, like previous lows behind you. Like let's say you were buying in here based on the 1 hour and based on the time frame you're visually looking at too. Like let's say you're buying somewhere in here, well, stop loss should go behind you. Doesn't matter how big it is. That's just it. Simple as that. If you're selling up here, where should you put your stop loss? Behind you, like above you at the previous structure. It's as simple as that. Like when it comes down to like stop loss location, if you're buying here or if you're buying here, right? Stop loss behind you, stop loss behind you. If you're buying here, put your stop loss behind you. Structure is one way we identify stop loss points. Placing it at a point of structure, okay? That could be behind us if we're buying, like below us if we're buying. Yeah, it looks like it's stuck. So these things can stick. These things can stick. These, when the market does that market structure shift, it sucks. They could stick sometimes and react, and a move can happen real quick. It's normal, like, and you just got to take it for how it is sometimes and be like, all right, I missed it or whatever it is. It didn't pull back as deep as I wanted to. But I'm going to wrap it up in a few minutes here, guys. If we'll go into the stop loss questions more throughout the week. Like, I'll elaborate more on that topic because I could do a full hour session, 2-hour session just on that topic to give you different perspectives. Like, not necessarily even teach you strategy, just the things I say and talk to you about will open up your perspective on risk management in the market. And money makers, like the guys I've been around, like money makers, they're tough, they're tougher skinned like this. But but they just have a different way of thinking when it comes to money and risk, how they put it on, how they act, and how they think about money. One, you have to detach yourself from money emotionally too. Like, it doesn't matter what type of characteristics, edge, and style you have in the market with risk management. You have to, because everyone's different with risk. We're all human, and we all have different human behaviors and characteristics, right? Different emotions. Some of you might be more patient than the other. Some of you might be more greedy than the other. Some of you might be more emotional. You might take losses differently than others. So one, you have to detach yourself from money, the emotional effect of it, the value of it. Right, the value of something. We talk about that a lot. Used to, the value of something. Remember that? You have to be able to detach yourself from money. Money's an emotional topic. If you don't think it is, well, most divorces happen because of money. So money's an emotional topic. It hurts to lose money, but it's exciting to make it. Right? It's exciting to make money. But it hurts to lose it, right? So when you make money, especially money you haven't made before, you're gonna really value it. In general, you value money. Right? Everyone values money. I mean, I think we all do. I mean, we need it to eat. We need to pay the bills. I think I do. I value money. It buys me the things I like, takes me to places I want to go, right? Helps me eat. So that whole like money is the root of all evil. We don't brokies. Only people who say that are brokies. really. We call them brokies. All right. The whole money doesn't buy you happiness. Money can buy you anything you want. Man, believe me. And it can solve a lot of your problems. More money, more problems, though, as well. So, like, you value money and you have an emotional attachment to money, whether you have it or don't. If you make new money in the market, you made money you never made before, you're going to get excited. So, for some people, it's going to be like a double-edged sword. Or some people, you might be more excited than others. Some of you might make money and get more excited. And that might cause you to FOMO more, or greed trade, revenge trade more. It might be the opposite for some of you. After losing it, you might revenge trade, because like before you win, before you get all this, before you win and you go on winning streaks, or before you make money, you value it either way. When you start to make profit and when you start making money, you maybe value it less a bit. And then after losing money, you might value it even more afterwards. So there's a lot of fear and greed and excitement that goes into trading. You may get excited. Some of you guys might even get more excited when you make money, when you have it, and that might cause you to just trade even more. Typically, like after you lose something, you value it more. So with money and trading, let's say you grow an account. Let's say you take an account from $500 to $1,000, and then you keep trading. It's like a situation like that. If you take a account from 500 to 1,000 and then you lose the profit, you're gonna value it much. You're gonna value this situation much more heavily after it happens, rather than while you're up, while everything's going good. So it's hard, but in trading, you have to detach yourself from money. You have to make decisions that will not cause emotion. You have to make decisions that just take away the emotion. So whether that's using a bigger stop loss, whether that's making a certain plan in your trading plan around different criterias that keep you in and out of the market at certain times of the day, or certain criterias of entry. Because it's not always about being in the market. The more you're in, the more exposure you have to risking money. More time spent in trades means more time exposed to the market, more risk being exposed. So the less time you're in, less can be more. If you're in 30-minute trades and then you're done, you're less exposed to risk. If you're holding 6-hour trades, 4-hour trades all the time, your money's more exposed to time risk as well. That's why I like scalping, because it can be in and out quick, done for the day. Don't have to be emotionally attached to it anymore. It's done. Boom. Come back the next day. Come back another time. I like scalping because these types of reactions or these moves happen enough on gold. But yeah, maybe that answers some questions. I'm gonna wrap it up here. If you want to be in my inner circle, we're not promoting it right now. You have to wait. You can DM me, but we're not. You have to wait. Like I said. No, you have to wait. You're gonna have to wait like a month or so, maybe a couple months. Yeah, no, we're not accepting people into the inner circle right now. We're done with that. So that offer's long gone. I already said. You can DM me on Discord if you have already, or if you're in the Discord. But anybody? Yeah, no. I already, if those of you guys who've been following me, I said the lifetime offer. Lifetime offer was only for a bit of time. Someone asked. Yeah, no. I mean, if you're here in the chat and you ask me, you can DM me. If you reach out on Instagram, but yeah, we're not promoting the inner circle right now. We're not accepting people right now. That offer for lifetime access it's gone. That's gone. It's gonna be next time that lifetime access offer comes. It's gonna be $1,500, $2,000. Yeah, like a lot of you guys. It's gonna be like triple the price you guys paid for those of you guys that are already in it. But anybody who wants to be a part of it's gonna have to wait maybe a couple months, because when you see the next version of inner circle, you're gonna be like, damn, I should have went in when this guy was offering lifetime access to everyone. But nah, lifetime access wasn't forever. I think what we say, May 15th. I gave everybody till May 15th because I had so much messages. Lifetime access wasn't forever. I mean, for everyone, but for anybody who took advantage of it and got in, yeah, you guys are good. You guys are locked in. Anything that comes in the future, you guys will always have access to. I was saying in Discord, man, I was writing on my stories. I was on vacation. I was telling everybody, lifetime access. I wasn't capping, but no, right now we're chilling on inner circle spots. If you've reached out to me already, hit me up again. Like I hit up so many people, but we're chilling right now. We're gonna be busy. Next time spots open will probably be July, closer to end of June, maybe July or August, maybe later. Like we're just working on content, working on videos for the inner circle right now, and uploading a lot this week. Next time I release spots, though, it's gonna be closer to $1,500. I told you guys. That's why I told you guys it's a good deal. I told you guys. Message me on Discord if you have already. Or even Instagram. If you have my Instagram, you can hit me up on Instagram. But yeah, we're done promoting it. We've done that a bit. We're back on the charts. I spent too much time answering DMs, so I'm done answering DMs for a couple months. maybe yeah, we're chilling on that. Chilling on that, folks. But I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up for the day. Taking a break from that. So, I got back to every single DM I had. So don't say I didn't hit you up either. Don't say I didn't hit you up. I swear I got back to every DM on Instagram and Discord. Every single message I got back to. So the offer was there for anybody that was. Hit me up on Instagram if you have already, but we're busy this month. We're busy till like We're gonna be busy for the next couple months. Yeah, gold doesn't want to give the pullbacks, guys. Unfortunately, just keep an eye on it. It could. 1 hour flip back bullish. What a bugger. I'll still be streaming on YouTube and in the Discord and stuff, but we're gonna be live tonight. I'll be back on tonight. I'll be in Inner Circle tonight. We were just on YouTube. This was a public session. We had a good amount of people on. Plug in tonight if you're in Inner Circle, or tomorrow morning. We'll be back on tomorrow morning. Every day this week, 9:30, 9:30. So every day this week, I'm gonna drop a flyer today. Every day, 9:30, 9:30. Damn, yeah, gold. It's stuck. That like it'll this pullback. That's the thing. Those pullbacks, the first pullback, they can stick. That's why I'm aggressive. You guys see, let's call it aggressive. It might be more aggressive than what you guys are used to. That's just it. There's traders that are like me. I know people that are more. You guys think I'm aggressive? I know people that spend 7 hours on the chart, 9 hours on the chart straight every day that live in Dubai because it's the perfect time zone to do it versus where I live. People that live on like a Dubai time zone that sit on the chart 8 hours straight and they scalp every freaking setup. Like, I can show you guys what I mean one day. I used to do it, but it's hard when your time zone is freaking 12 midnight, 2 a.m. till not like it's freaking because I gotta start my day now. I gotta go train now and stuff. So it's like the times that like it's not hard. It's just like it gets in the way of your life. It's like it's a full-time thing with this time zone. Whereas like if you're in Dubai, it's like your whole day is regular freaking 11 to night is just all London session, New York, or that type of time zone like Indonesia, Bali, Asia time zone. But the thing with these shifts, guys, is that first pullback, they can stick. See, the 1 minute one stuck, and that's like that could be your trade at times. That's this play. Nice play here. Oh man, did I take it off for the video? No. I gotta keep that on. I'm making a good video. Oh, it's over there. making a few videos. Yeah, that first pullback out of the market structure shift held. Maybe it gives a deeper one and like yeah. They're quick like that. That's the thing. Like we're up against traders that move quick. They do. Like, you know, liquidity. Pump up, boom. Retrace, imbalance. Rebalance the fair value up. I mean, like typically it would want to go higher here than higher high. Or deeper pullback, go up. I was right though. 32.20. Look at price now. It's at 32.35. I was right, man. I did say that 32.20, 30. ECABs, right? Even when he's wrong, usually right, right? Fucking hell, mate. Fucking hell. I'm gonna wrap it up, alright? This guy's like, we gotta shoot some videos, man. He's freaking out. It's making me anxious. I can feel his energy. There's gonna be fire videos. If you guys in the Inner Circle think the ones that are there are fire, like that's not like that. Like what's there is this is like there's basic, intermediate, advanced, but what's there is the first part of everything. Now there's gonna be more. Like this will probably be added to videos. Will be added to this every 3-4 months. So we're about to start uploading videos this month, and we're working on videos to get uploaded shortly, soon. It'll be dope. The videos that are there, like, they're pretty good videos. They have value in them. So the ones that are coming are gonna have 10 times more value as well. But gonna wrap it up. Freaking gold. I'll wait for it to come down to 32.25, 32.20 area again. If not, 3,200. Like I said, remember I said at the beginning of the stream too, 3,200 could be an area to focus on. Maybe it even comes down to there. I'd say 3,200. if it comes down to there. Right now it's holding 32.25. Good old quarter points. So you gotta trust those quarters. 32.25 holding. If it comes maybe 3,200, another level to watch, but I'd keep an eye on what we talked about. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up, guys. That's it for the morning. I'm gonna be on Inner Circle tonight, 9:30. You can hit me up if you have. If you have me on Discord or Instagram, hit me up. Someone asked how to be inside the Inner Circle. We stopped accepting spots like 2 days ago. Only, anyone who's DM'd me. I DM'd everyone. Next time we accept spots, price is going to be more than double. There's just going to be a lot of value inside, and the deal we're giving, we gave lifetime access offer. For lifetime access and what's already in there, like the information, how much I stream, how much info I go over. There's so much information that literally in a month, 2 months of consistency, you'll learn a lot. If you spend 2 months of consistency on my sessions in Inner Circle and watch the videos, you'll learn a lot. And I gave lifetime access, so you guys can still hit me up if you're interested on Instagram. Maybe we'll probably get back to you later in the week because we're just recording. Let's see. There was, yeah. It would have been nice if this came back to 25. We would have been in that, like, in there, like swimwear. We would have been in that B. We would have been in that bird. All right, I'll say bird. All right, yo, I'm out. Gotta go. That's it. There's no more setup. We gotta wait for this to come down. See if 32.25, 32.20 area reacts one more time, potentially. But other than that, we're gonna wrap it up. I'll be on tonight. Hope everyone enjoyed the stream. I got some value, even if it was a trickier trade there. Get your calories, son. Get your calories. It's tapping 35. It'll probably drop down. It looks like it's on the way down. I would, how was your journey first 4 years before getting, first 4 years? When I started trading, I worked a job. So someone asked, how was your journey the first 4 years before getting profitable? It was basically like a hamster on a wheel. I could say like a hamster on a wheel. I'll explain what I mean by that and draw something out. But a hamster on a wheel, going a lot in circles, but finding progress in those circles along the way. So, a hamster on a wheel, just spinning. But I was finding progress in those circles of repeating the same things over and over again. Success and mistakes. So let me explain. So year 1 to 4 was like year 0 to 4. So let's just say we have 0 to year 4 here. So what was my year 0 to 4 years like? I'll explain a bit here, where I was in life, what I was doing. Well, year 0, I was working a job full time. I was working 60 hours a week, okay? So I was working 60 hours a week in an Italian restaurant every day, 6 days a week, every single day. I would get 1 day a week off on average, but I wanted to work every single day because more hours, more money. So it made sense to me to work as much as I could when I had my job so I could save up money. So that was my goal when I found trading, was to work as much as I could to save money, to be honest. I was young, so my goal is to save money and learn trading. Now, my progress was just pretty much like all of you guys, maybe watching YouTube videos, maybe joining different academies, maybe taking different courses. I've taken a lot of courses in my day. So maybe similar to some of you guys, taking courses, dabbling with different academies or different people that you found on Instagram. Like you might have found a guy or a girl on Instagram and you're like, oh, let me follow this person, watch them for a bit, maybe absorb some information like a sponge. I learned from some old guy in Dubai when I was like 17. He taught me a lot. He was old as fuck. Like he could have been my dad basically. Learned from a lot of like YouTube videos, but through trading, it was like this. And it was just like repeating the same things over and over again, like a hamster on a wheel going in circles, like taking an account, so growing an account for 4 months and then blowing it, or growing an account for a couple weeks, losing the profit, starting over. It was a lot of just like trial and error, like taking an account up, blowing it on NFP. I remember I had a $4,200 account. on NFP. I was in a pizza store at the back of the pizza store. So a couple of buddies and I owned a pizza store together, and I was in the back of the pizza store. NFP morning. I grew this account. It took me a couple months to grow this account from maybe like $1,000, $2,000 to $4,800, and I blew it all on NFP. I freaking cried. I literally cried in the card ride home. I was literally crying to my best friend. Like, this is all the money I had to my name. That was all the money I had to my name in that trading account. It was like 4,800 Canadian dollars, and I blew it on an NFP. All the money I had to my name at the time had literally went to zero. So I like this situation. I have had situations where literally all the money to my name gone back to zero. Have to start over, stack up the paychecks, go back to work, and just stack up again. So literally was crying in the car because it was all the money I had, and I was 18 years old. 17, 18 years old. That was all the money I had around there. So yeah, I had to go back to work, had to grind. Thank God cryptocurrency changed my life too. So like I recognize even in like it wasn't a consistent straight line of profitability. It was no profitability, but periods of profitability. It would be periods of profitability, maybe 3 months of profitability, 4 months of profitability, and recognizing those times a lot and just learning from the mistakes. Yeah, this wants to go up. This wants to go up, but it won't give us that correction down. Unfortunately, it might just keep ripping up and stick for the day from the looks of it. Didn't want to give us that pullback. I'm telling you, if we got this, I would have been in there. If we got a little bit, should have been watching it a bit more. It was fast. It hit like 27. But yeah, that's success. Like success and failure aren't two different roads. They're a part of the same roads. So, you have success, you have failure. They're together. Most people think they're two opposites. It's either I'm gonna be a failure or I'm gonna be a success, right? Most people think there's people who are successful and there's people who are failures. No, the people who are successful just never chose to give up. They learn from their failures. They recognize failure is a part of becoming successful, right? So you learn from that along the way, right? And that was part of it for me over and over again. Blowing accounts, right? All my favorite educators have left. Oh shit. Let's not talk about that. Everyone left that. I mean, man, yeah, there's a bigger story. We won't talk about that on here. Everyone left, yeah. I mean, something can only last so long, right? Oh, someone said all my favorite educators left. Yeah, Yeah. I mean, bro, at some point you got to just be at some point, like I talked to one of my inner circle students yesterday, and he was like, at one point I realized I was just following this strategy, this educator, this just all over the place, and I just didn't lock in and realize there's so much more for me to do on my own self-sufficiently. At some point you got to even realize like I shouldn't have to rely on this person. Like I got to be self-sufficient. There's more work for me to do instead of copying a signal and following an educator. Even me, like at some point you guys don't want to rely on me. You want to become self-sufficient, right? In your own trading. That's the goal, right? Freedom. At some point you don't even want to rely on me, right? So it's like at some point you got to become self-sufficient too for yourself and not look at like you need everyone, because not everyone's always going to be there, right? Everybody has their own journeys, their own chapters too. What if I make 100 mil from crypto this year and just disappear on an island? What if I make 100 mil before I'm 30, right, from crypto, and I'm just like, man, I'm going to disappear on an island for a bit, right? And chill, go live in Costa Rica with the monkeys. Take Leo with me. I'll take Leo. Leo will be there. Inner Circle will be there. I'm just kidding. But like, I'm just jokes aside. But I usually speak things into existence. Jokes aside, but like one day when I'm 40, you might see when I'm like 40 years old, you might see me just chilling on an island, no social media, disappeared from Earth, you know, chilling, right? No, private social media account, you know, you know. I was getting someone's like, please don't. You might see me on an island with them. I'll be on an island with the monkeys, but not. I won't disappear. I'm joking. But yeah, I'm out now. Yeah, good questions. Some good questions we got today. All right, got some good questions. I mean, there's no such thing as a bad question, but smash the like button before we get off, fam. We got 700 views today. Only 42 likes. Damn. Is that good, Leo? And subscribe, all right? I know. Yeah, smash that like button, fam. We're going to get off now, though. Every time I say I'm going to get off, 20 minutes later. All right, guys, we're wrapping it up. 2 hours later. I used to get in trouble for that. When I would stream, and people would be like, man, you're streaming too long. You're taking up space for the other people, and I'm like, fuck. My bad. But yeah, peace. We out. We out now. Now we out. Oh, we out.